A Peculiar Occurrence fan? Well, I've opened up a store just for you. So head on over and buy your Peculiar Occurrence gear today. Links are in the description box below. Thank you. Have you ever heard of sleep paralysis? Being stuck in a place where you're awake but still asleep and completely unable to move your body. Those that suffer with it know the terrifying feeling it can cause. Hi, and welcome to Peculiar Occurrences. I am your host, Lilith Nova. Sleep paralysis is when during awaking or falling asleep, a person is aware but unable to move. During an episode, one may hear, feel, or see things that are not there. This often results in fear. Episodes usually last less than a couple of minutes. It may occur as a single episode or be recurrent. The condition may occur in those who are otherwise healthy, or those with narcolepsy, or it could even run in families as a condition of specific genetic changes. The condition can be triggered by sleep deprivation, psychological stress, and abnormal sleep cycles. The underlying mechanism is believed to involve a dysfunction in REM sleep. Diagnosis is based on a person-to-person basis. Unfortunately, treatment for sleep paralysis has been poorly studied. It is recommended that people be reassured that the condition is very common and usually not serious. Other efforts that may be tried is sleep hygiene, cognitive behavioral therapy. Medical treatments start with education about sleep stages and the inability to move your muscles during REM sleep. People should really be evaluated for narcolepsy if the symptoms persist. The safest treatment is for people to adopt healthier sleeping habits. But in more serious cases, antidepressants or S.S.R.I drugs can be used. And although these treatments are used, there is currently no drug that can interrupt a session of sleep paralysis a majority of the time. Between 8% and 50% of people experience sleep paralysis at some point in their life. About 5% of people have it on a regular basis. But sleep paralysis have been described in books all throughout history. The hallucinations that occur during sleep paralysis has been thought to be a major role in such stories such as alien abduction, spirit sightings, and other paranormal events. Theories to why this happens. The pathophysiology of sleep paralysis has not been fully identified, although there are several theories about its causes. The first of which stems from understanding that sleep paralysis is a parasomnia, resulting with a dysfunctional overlap of REM sleep and walking stages of sleep. I used to sleepwalk as a kid. Studies have found that people who experience sleep paralysis have shorter REM cycles than normal, along with shorter N.R.E.M and N.R.E.M sleep cycles, and fragmentation of REM sleep. This study supports the idea that disturbances of regular sleep patterns can incite an episode of sleep paralysis, because fragmentations of REM sleep commonly occur when sleep patterns are disrupted, and has now been seen in combination with sleep paralysis. Another major theory is that the neural functions that regulate sleep may be out of balance, in such a way it causes different sleep stages to overlap one another. There's a lot of science mumbo-jumbo that goes along with that, but basically signals going to your brain and body get mixed up. And basically the signals that say, hey, you're supposed to be asleep, or hey, you're supposed to be awake, have trouble maneuvering around each other. causing things like your eyes to flutter or your brain to become aware, yet you not being able to move due to still somewhat being in N.R.E.M state. Now I have a wonderful surprise for all my lovers of Peculiar Occurrences. We are actually going to do an interview with someone who has suffered with sleep paralysis. Please welcome our first guest. Well, hello, ma'am. I'm Lilith Nova, and you are? Why, I'm the real you. My name's Misty. Well, hello, Misty, and welcome to the show. Yes. Thank you. So we are very, very happy to have you. Today we are talking about sleep paralysis, and I understand you have suffered from this. Yes, ma'am, but only one time. Only one time. Okay, well, can you please tell us about this experience? Why, yes, I can, Lilith. I was about 6 or 7 years old. Oh, wow, that's very young, and you still remember this peculiar event occurring? Yes, Lilith, I do it. It scared me that bad. It was the most peculiar event of my entire life. One of them. At least the most peculiar sleeping event of my entire life. I see. Yes, I see. Go on. Well, as I was saying, I was about 6 or 7 years old, and afraid of the dark. So I always begged my dad to lay with me until I fell asleep. And we had gone to bed, and I had some awful nightmare about a monster. So you realized this was a dream. I remember just wanting to wake up. Yes, I did realize it was a dream. Okay, go on. Well, I was having this nightmare, and I remember I screamed, "Wake up!" And I remember running towards a light and jumping through it, and all of a sudden, I was back in my body, and everything was dark, and I tried to open my eyes, but they didn't open. I remember getting really scared and just freaking out. I started screaming in my head for my daddy to wake me up, but my mouth wouldn't move. I couldn't say the words aloud. How terrible that must have been for you. It really was. It was terrifying. What happened next? Please tell us. Well, I started trying to concentrate on my leg and get it to kick my dad, and while still screaming in my head for him to wake me up. And then all of a sudden I popped out of my body. Wait, you had a real out-of-body experience? Yes, I did. I thought I was dying too. I seen myself lying there, and my dad lying next to me with his back towards me, and the spirit me reached down, like it was me, but it was a spirit form of me, and I reached down and I tried to physically move my leg and make it kick my dad, but no matter what I did, it just wouldn't work. After that, I don't know exactly what happened. I just fell back into a sleep that I don't remember, or I woke up. But in the dream, everything was dark, and when I woke up, it was bright and sunny, so yes, I see. Well, this is definitely a peculiar story, that's for sure. Ugh. Thank you so much for being here with us on Peculiar Occurrences. And thank you so much for telling your story. Thank you for having me. Would you like to do our outro? Really? Me? Yeah, sure, go for it. I would be honored. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What do you think about sleep paralysis, and have you ever suffered from it like I have? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this episode, give this video a thumbs up. And if you like this show, please subscribe and hit that little bell button while you're there so you know when I upload, or when she uploads. And if you'd like to buy some Peculiar Occurrence gear, the description... And if you would like to buy some Peculiar Occurrence gear, the link is in the description box below. Hit it, we need it. And until next time, keep your eyes peeled for all things peculiar. YouTube has just demonetized all of my videos, so please help support the creator by checking out my merch store. Novaland is a store where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, iPhone cases, and many designs designed by me. As well, a Peculiar Occurrence fan? Well, I've opened up a store just for you. So head on over and buy your Peculiar Occurrence gear today. Links are in the description box below. Thank you.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.